shit. Shaba. Trey Arc worked on this game. Another expensive ass Activision Marvel game. Oh shit. Oh, it looks cool. It looks like that Toy Biz Spider-Man. That was the first time I ever saw what Spider-Man looked like. Whoa. 20 frames. But yeah, I got this to talk about Venom Last Dance. Oh shit. Twerking on the rooftop. Damn, that logo's pretty old now. Interesting like empty space in your start screen. Interesting choice. Oh shit, helicarrier. Yeah, shit's going down for Spider-Man. They never do his eyes like that, like almost like Ditko eyes.
You have it, don't you? You know what that does to you. You know how it can change you.
Shit, he's on drugs.
If that thing gets control over you.
Oh shit.
Got me.
Got me, bub. Another Spider-Man game with Venom and Wolverine. Two ghosts of Marvel.
When this is said and done, who will the people remember as their savior?
Eddie, fuck that Spider-Man. He's a bitch. Alright, so Venom Last Dance. Another Kelly Marcel joint. Written and directed by a woman. And it shows. But yeah, so the first thing you see though is they show Noel, and they don't show his backstory really, but they show him chained up and fucked up on his planet. And he's got little alien minions, and he's hunting the symbiotes basically. I remember when they were announcing that they were gonna do like the symbiote origin in the comics.
He's got a Cossack stomp.
And they showed Nolan that he was going to be the bad guy. The new bad guy they created. The leader of the symbiotes or whatever the fuck. I thought he was pretty cool looking. I wanted to get that issue because it was going to be like his first appearance, but it's so fucking hard to get comics around here, dude. It's so crazy. I always wanted to have a comic book store. And this was after Hastings had closed down, so it's kind of hard to get comics unless you're really trying. But anyway, yeah, so they're using that as like a little framing device for this movie. He doesn't really affect anything other than just sending the minions, and they show him at the beginning and the end. But I mean, he looks pretty cool. He's like it does kind of look like a video game cutscene, but like a good video game, you know. And, oh yeah, so I was curious, like, I know how like Sony has like control over Spider-Man and his like villains and shit, his rogues gallery, if you will. But Null is like a new one. So is any new villain that's a Spider-Man villain technically also belong to Sony or what? That's interesting. but I could see why, like, Marvel would want to use him as a bad guy. So right, like within the first like 2 or 3 minutes, there's a gay joke because they're like redoing the multiverse scene where, what was it from No Way Home, right? Where he's in Mexico and then he gets teleported back to the Sonyverse. And Venom's like goofiness is like cranked up to 11 in this whole Mexico sequence. He calms down later on a little bit, but like he's like really full on comedy mode at the beginning of the movie. Because they have like this bartender, and then when they teleport back, he looks different. And Venom, he doesn't say it in like a gay way, obviously, but he's like, oh, I like our bartender better. Like, why would he say it? And, oh yeah, he goes like, I'm done with this multiverse shit. I feel like that's a joke that's already been put in a bunch of movies already. But anyway. And yeah, they basically fight these, like, dogfighting cartel guys or whatever. And when he's first, it's in the trailer when he's like confronting the cartel guy, and when he first transforms, I thought it was funny because it's such a stupid line. He's like, "Hold on, bitches." This fucking writer, dude, she has a bunch of like corny like one-liners that she like I said in the first movie, but she just, like I said, she ramps shit up to 11 in this one. Oh, and her like running gags. This one is, there's one about shoes where like they take his boots or something, and then later on he gets nice shoes, he loses them, and then he gets given a pair of shoes and Venom's like, we are not wearing those, or some shit like that. Is example one of woman writer for Venom. Although I guess to be fair, Tom Hardy had a story credit. But yeah, at one point he hangs upside down when he's talking to the Mexican guys. I thought that was cool because it's like Spiderman. Yeah, and then the movie cuts to this bug-eyed Karen. There's a dream about her brother getting electrocuted and shit. I didn't think I recognized her. She was in that, wasn't she in Birds of Prey? She was the little girl in that movie. It's weird, it's like she still kind of looks like a little girl, but she's like, obviously older looking. I said she's like bug-eyed Karen. But she's like some kind of NASA person that works at Area 51 that's like due to get shut down any day now.
Where's Cage and his search party? The civilian volunteers! Pretty redhead, arm and a gas! You are no help!
Hold that APC! We got vehicles inbound!
MJ!
Oh yeah, and then another silly part when Tom Hardy's talking through the symbiote. Which, like I said, I always love those shots, even though in the first one they didn't look that great. But they got better at it. And then in this one, this is like the only time you see it, I think. These fucking Sony movies are so cheap, dude, especially Venom. Some of the CGI in this is pretty fucking bad, dude. And cringy. But they did know enough to like take some time on like the important shit, I guess. Important for this movie, which there isn't much of. But yeah, when he's talking to the Mexican dudes, and he's about to say, "We are," and this is probably in the trailer too, and then Venom goes, "We're Venom!" There's like, he's so silly, but like, I don't know, sometimes it's funny, I guess. It works to this movie's benefit in a way, just because it kind of ends on a sad note a little bit. the silliness, I mean, works to the benefit. Because it endears you to Venom, even though, like I said, they've already long took away his balls. He's not scary or anything. And he doesn't get to do anything like super heroic when it comes to like fighting monsters and shit. Technically. He doesn't really like get to fight them basically as Venom. Oh yeah, and then so when the Karen is like going into Area 51, I made a note of how like the diversity quota was off the chain. She comes in and she talks to this black soldier, and then she goes down into the
MJ, I was so worried.
lab or
That's pretty
whatever,
cool, man.
Is it really you
and
this
she
time?
has
Come on, we gotta go.
Look,
the black
I
role
promise, I
assistant or
won't use it.
whatever,
You
who I
promise?
knew was like,
We are way
it's like I
past
already
that.
knew what was
We
gonna
ain't got
happen
time
in
for
this
this.
movie. I knew she was gonna get powered up or some shit, get a symbiote.
Oh no, get away.
And
Get away.
oh yeah, the whole movie I didn't notice the Christmas tree thing until like right
Don't
before
do it. Just come with me.
they mention it at the end, before like the end fight. When Baron Mordo says something about it. And then I also didn't notice that the Karen, that her arm was fucked up. Like, there's shots of her, like, grabbing it and shit. And even in the beginning, like, when she's driving to Area 51, there's a handicap sign that I didn't notice.
Mary Jane.
But yeah, she just doesn't use her arm, and I didn't notice that. And yeah, they basically
started
have
just
all
like
these other
this.
symbiotes that,
4 days ago, fighting
I
to
guess,
breathe.
they weren't there
survive.
in the beginning, right? It was like another asteroid,
Venom.
not the one from the first
That
one, I
morning,
guess.
everything
And
changed.
a bunch of other symbiotes ran away. Not the cool ones that you know from the comics. It's all like generic ass random symbiotes. But anyway, they're gonna use one of them to save
Venom.
the cop
Get
dude from
ready
the
for a
second
world
one,
of pain.
Tommy from Snatch. Yeah, I forgot to mention that in the Carnage review, like, there's a shot of his, like, eyes, like, turning weird after he gets impaled on the bar or whatever the fuck it is. And, like, was that supposed to mean something else? Or, like, did he get part of the symbiote on him in that movie? Because in this one, he just survived that shit. And they're gonna give him the symbiote. But anyway. But yeah, there's also like a weird white guy soldier that like delivers his lines awkwardly. Like he says it all in one breath without breathing. Like he looks like he's fucking nervous to be there or some shit. Like later on he says there's a aircraft crashed over Sequoia, sir, or some shit like that. It's a plane, so like right after that, Tom Hardy and Venom want to go to New York to, what does he say, to like clear his name or some shit? Whatever it was from the first movie, I think it's a reference to the first movie. So they're going to New York and he's like hanging on the side of a fucking commercial airplane. But anyway, so they're hanging off the plane. I don't know why he's not like fully transformed when he's on the plane. And it also doesn't make sense for the logic they set up. But anyway, they're on the side of the plane and then the fucking Knowles creature comes and like hits the plane and shit. And they do this fucking cringy shot of Venom's like eyes like looking scared or whatever, like fucking Tom Holland's Spiderman reaction. It was like really weird that they would put that in. It looks stupid. And he has to like make a parachute to like land and shit. Basically he says like the creatures are there to find the
Look at me when I
fucking
talk to you.
the codex, like fucking
Mary Jane.
Man of Steel.
God.
So dumb. It's like it's just a
Is
beacon.
she okay?
Got your
It
birthday
turns them
present.
into a beacon
But then there
for the
was
codex.
this loud
They are the
noise,
codex, I guess.
and
Everything's fine.
And it's supposed to
Let's
unlock
go.
Null somehow.
You're gonna be fine.
Somehow.
I love my present.
Oh yeah, they get rid of the creature by
I love
like
my present.
he falls into the engine of the plane and gets chopped up. And then all the pieces fall on the ground, and there's like a family driving in a van. These weird like hippies. It was like the generic like rambunctious or like excitable, the young boy and like the girl that like thinks everything is uncool and hates her parents and shit. Weird hippie parents. They're like swingers or some shit. But anyway, they're driving and then like the pieces of the alien fall on him and shit. And he's swerving. And he does a dumb joke where like, did the dog vomit or whatever? And they're like, yeah. But it's Rice Ifans. And he played fucking Kirk Connors, dude. Has Marvel done this where they've recast an actor, but he was already in something that they did? I feel like maybe they have between like the shows, but I don't know like in movies if they've done that. But at this point they're like, fuck it. He's supposed to be Lizard, dude. Oh yeah, and Venom explains that they're called xenophages. But anyway, that's when they have the sequence where they turn the horse into Venom horse. It doesn't make sense that, like, I guess he can transform another creature, but when he transforms into Tom Hardy, it makes him a beacon. The xenophage has fucking detective mode. You can see you from wherever you're at. Oh, and when he's on the horse, they play fucking Queen, that one song. That movie, that song should have only ever been in Shaun of the Dead, and that's it. It's cringy everywhere else. Venom has some banger lines. He goes, "Ride me, cowboy." And then at the end, he's like, "Now that's horsepower." This lady's a heck of a rider. Yeah, that's when the weird white soldier guy goes to Baron Morgan. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about when his first scene, his intro into the movie. For one, he plays the same character in every fucking movie. Like the kind of smug, like uppity black guy. You can tell he's British even if he hardly does, or he's not doing British accents in a lot of movies. But he's just like the same character in every fucking movie. And his intro is where he's talking to the Mexican bartender, and he takes the little piece of symbiote that he left behind. He jacked the symbiote from that guy. And yeah, they make that guy do some cringy shit where he's like describing Venom. He's like, he had these black arms, and he's like fucking shaking his arms and shit, and it's like, what the fuck, dude? So stupid. And then yeah, after they're done riding the
Before
horse,
you could say friendly neighborhood Spiderman,
to, like,
I'm in
a
the middle of a
river
gang war. Good times.
whatever, and
MJ was getting her arm in a
Marty
cast.
says, "I can't
and I
feel
was
my
feeling
balls."
lousy for not being by her side.
he has a lot
But
of
if she knew I was ignoring what was going on in the streets, she would've
voiceover. They
kicked me
kind of
back
did
out
this
the
in the
door.
last one too, where whenever Tom Hardy's talking while he's in the Venom suit, it just doesn't sound like his voice at all. It's just like really cringy lines they give him. While they're at the river, Baron Mordo's guys find him and they start shooting him with the sonic shit. And so Venom has to separate, and he's like in the water and shit. That's when he turns into the frog Venom. I thought they were gonna separate at that point and do that same shit over again, but it was just temporary. Yeah, and then there's one weird part where like one of the operatives is like a fucking DEI black girl.
I knew
And
this
he
was over
just,
too quickly.
Tom Hardy just shoots her, like as a human. And then like there's a shot of her like, you know, dead staring at him. And it's like, what the fuck? Are you supposed to like feel sorry for this character or some shit? But it basically sets off Baron Mordo to be pissed off for whatever. They don't explain why he's mad. It's just he killed one of my soldiers. I don't know. I guess because she was black too. They could have just said it was his daughter or his sister or some shit. Then it would have made sense. Oh yeah, and then so they finally combine, and he transforms on purpose to bring the creature to like help him and shit. He basically looks like that creature from the stadium scene in Attack of the Clones. He's kind of like got like the praying mantis thing. The only unique thing about him is that when he eats something, like the blood like sprays out of the back of his head like a fucking wood chipper. Interesting. Yeah, they have a scene with the Karen and the black assistant where they talk to Tommy. And he basically explains to them about Noel. And it's like really weird. He's fine for most of it, and it's really weird. He starts going like,
So what brings you uptown, Spidey?
and then he
I
speaks
was
in this
coming
weird
to see about a
voice.
friend in the emergency room, and all these fine
That's
chaps
stupid.
came along.
And then later on, they talk to him later,
work
and he
shutting
actually
down the drive-by.
transforms into the symbiote,
It was
toxin, or
nothing.
whatever the fuck it is.
I've been chasing these
It's
guys
like
around all day.
really
You see
ugly,
any more?
like-
You shut them down.
Green color and
I'll
bad
do what I
CGI. Stupid.
Good. Look for me in the park later.
Oh yeah, and then at the end of the scene, the black girl like talks to another assistant there, the cute lesbian. They had to get a lesbian in there with glasses, but she's like, she turns to her all like serious and shit, and she's like, "Have you talked to your family lately? You should." And the lesbian's like, "What the fuck?" But yeah, basically Venom ends up meeting up with that family, and they have like a nice little sequence at like a camping ground and shit, where like Tom Hardy actually just gets to like act for a minute, and then they like go in the van, and the family's singing Ground Control to Major Tom. So that was all fine, but then they like go way into fucking like heavy-handed, like way into like sappiness, because like the little boy is talking to Tom Hardy, and Venom's like, "You would have been a good father," and Venom's like, "Sometimes I think this would have been a better life." But like he already knows that they couldn't fucking stay because of all the shit that happened in the last one, in the first one. They don't ever mention what's her face by name. But they kept like trying to throw in scenes of Tom Hardy like feeling sad. Like when they get to Vegas, he like sees a couple there, and he's like, I could have been married. Like, what the fuck, dude? She had to like try to throw in the romance element, even though it doesn't matter, and they never had any chemistry at all. It's weird. Yeah, Venom's like, "This is my time." And then, oh yeah, the little boy gives him some chocolate. And then this was something that Red Letter Media pointed out about, like, when women write comedy, a lot of it's about, like, food and, like, eating. I think it was, like, in Madam Web, they're talking about it. Because, like, there's, like, a joke of that one black girl's always hungry and shit. But, like, Venom, like, he says, "You have chocolate." And then he eats it and he's like, "Yum." It was just a very, like, female joke to have. Yeah, they basically get to the casino because Venom's like, I've seen Rain Man, I can gain the system. But then he just plays slots, and it's like he's doing it really like weird, awkwardly. I guess Tom Hardy's trying to be funny, but he just blows through their money, and then he hits the fucking machine. And then they meet the Asian lady, Mrs. Chen. And goes, it's Mrs. Chen. He's like freaking out. And she's talking about how like, oh yeah, I won. I got a line of credit in a hotel. But it's funny because she's like, yeah, let's finish up and we can go party or some shit. It sounded like she was wanted to fuck him or something. But anyway, yeah, then they go upstairs and they have the fucking, just the craziest fucking sequence where he's like, Tom Hardy's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna fucking dance with Mrs. Chen, and they fucking sing the Dancing Queen.
But we have to keep up the pressure.
And he transforms even though he knows the fucking monsters are gonna come find him.
In a number of
But
activities
Venom just wants to fucking dance with it.
You
And like literally my mouth was
You've been at this
agape.
for a while now.
My
Trying
jaw
to
was
get these
dropped
gangs to
when I
calm
watched
down.
that fucking sequence,
ongoing
dude.
jobs, Spidey.
With Venom
Had a piece
dancing.
working.
I was like, what the fuck am
Someone
I
decided they
watching,
were-
dude? This is a Venom movie.
That's life, man.
Like,
Grew up
wow.
in a nice quiet corner of Queens.
One
you
thing I
have
could
no
say, I
idea
guess,
what
for
I'm
this
talking
movie
about.
is just like,
It's one way of saying it.
These kids think they
you weren't
haven't got any
expecting that
courtesy
shit.
beyond respect.
You know
They
when
don't
you were
see
gonna
any
watch
way
this
out.
movie.
Nope.
And their solution is to turn this.
But
They don't
fuck,
think beyond
man.
today.
That is
That's
just,
why I'm out here, to show them there's
Well, I've got your back, man. I want to help
something
any way I
else.
there's some guys out here that need
But
to
then,
get
yeah, of
got.
course, it
Knock
brings
some
the
heads
monsters
together,
in.
yeah? But most are just guys who've fallen in with the wrong.
And, oh yeah, because earlier on, Tom Hardy had stolen like a suit and the shoes from this guy that was taking a piss outside of the casino. And then the monster comes and he untransforms, and then the monster just can't see them. And he doesn't try to like swing around or anything. And then he takes off. And then immediately after he takes off, fucking Baron Mordo's guys come in. And I forget, his shoes get left behind. And he's like, it's like, I like those shoes, or I really like those shoes, or something. It's just like a weird,
You back already?
I don't
Hey,
know,
Luke,
stupid
what did
running
you
joke
mean when
that
you
she
said I
liked.
had to...
You have the potential to be a
Oh
great
yeah, when the
fighter, but
monster
you need to
breaks up
use
their
all your
dancing, fucking
senses.
Venom drops
Hey, I've got more
a G,
sense
damn
than
it.
you.
Excuse
Blasphemy. I was
me?
like, what the fuck, dude?
You know, my spider
It's
sense.
a little harsh.
One of these days, I'll think of something cooler to call
Whatever.
it.
Of
But
course
until
they
then,
do, shit.
Fine. Good. You got an extra sense. Now use it to its full potential.
What do you mean exactly?
You can see all your opponents before they see you. Figure out who you take out first. And I need that exact skill.
But yeah, he
right
basically
now.
gets captured,
need?
and
I've got an
the
informant
Venom
in
gets
serious
taken
danger.
from him.
There's a hit about to go
And the
down.
black girl
I
is
have
the
no
one
way to
that,
spot
like-
the shooter until it's too late.
I knew she was gonna do something because she was
Use my
like
spider
feeling
sense as
bad
a
for
sniper
Venom.
sense. Nice.
Somehow the symbiotes can
You
like
can
just
bet there'll be
survive
more than one.
without hosts.
I'll tell you where the informant
And,
is, and then you can stake it out.
Okay, let's do this.
But anyway, so she put it on herself so she could like give it to Tom Hardy, because Baron Mordo just fucking ups and shoots him. But she was there in that moment, and she gives Venom back to him. But then right when he transforms, the fucking monster is like immediately there, and Tommy he transforms into the toxin. He doesn't even like fight the monster. He just kind of like grabs his mouth, and then he immediately gets fucking eaten. And then like the creatures like attacking the lab and shit, and then all the generic symbiotes start attaching to people, the guard and the lesbian and shit. The one guy kind of looks like Thing. He's like brown. And then yeah, of course the black girl gets a symbiote, and she's like the main one. There's like a bunch of shots of her like going, yeah, you know, like action shots of her pulling out her fucking hand size and shit. She's basically Carnage, pretty much. And then yeah, at that point, earlier on, the family, they like wanted to break into Area 51, and nothing's going on. They're just looking around, and then that's when the monster pops out of the facility, and the dad, he's funny. He's like,
This is the place. So many people, though.
He's like,
Spider sense, do your thing.
There's just like a shot of him like freaking out. He's like, alien invasion, alien attack. But then they cut to him again, and he's like, motherfucker. I didn't think that was as funny. But I just thought he's like so chill about aliens, and then he freaks out in front of his family. And then Tom Hardy comes out and sees them.
Now where are the bad
And
guys?
there's this weird moment where like Martin has to like remind him who he is. He's like, Martin, we're family. Like, why did they throw that in there? Obviously he remembers him. He's just looking up at them like, what the fuck are y'all doing here, you know?
There they are.
Yeah, they basically have a long sequence in the middle of this fucking pit outside of Area 51. They all attack it, and they shoot it with, Baron Mordo shoots it with a rocket launcher, and he kills one of the symbiotes in the process. And the black symbiote chick, she's like, no, he was protecting you. She's got like a weird manly voice now, and she's a symbiote. He don't give a fuck, he just fucking stepped on his guts and shit. Even though we've seen that a little piece of symbiote can like
Don't thank me. Thank
still
Mr.
turn
Cage.
someone, so I don't see how he's dead unless he's vaporized and shit. But yeah, the black girl's the only one that like actually takes one on and fights one by herself and shit. But she's getting fucked up, and so Tom Hardy's like has to save her. He's like, she saved our lives. And he uses a motorcycle to like lure the creatures away. And then as he does that, she's like able to like come in slow-mo, chop his head off and shit. Of course. But
Good job, Spidey.
like they've shown before,
Really helped me out
it
here.
just regenerates and
Hey,
shit.
it's what heroes do. Am
It's
I
an
right?
unkillable monster. And then
If
yeah,
you're
at one
up for
point,
it, why not
oh
use
yeah,
that
the
Spidey
creatures
sense
have a
to find more
fucking
of these gangsters out on
natural
the
sonic
streets?
blast that comes
Take
out
them
of the
before
head.
they cause any trouble.
So they blast the symbiote out of the black girl. She's like, no, my powers. And why didn't they just do that shit earlier in the movie? It doesn't make any sense. And then one of them's about to kill Tom Hardy or whatever, and the dad Martin shoots one with a rocket launcher. He's like, I'm sorry, and he runs off scared and shit. So, I'll give her credit, and I feel it's like, maybe it was a good woman's touch, because I really like the ending sequence where they're like in the helicopter, and Noel's teleported all the other xenophages and shit, so they're all about to come down on them and shit, so there's no survival. And they have Tom Hardy's fucked up, and he has a nice little sequence with Venom inside the crash helicopter. And he's like, I would have liked to have seen her. And he's like, who? Lady Liberty. And I like how he calls him friend. He's like, we're not gonna leave here, friend. And Tom Hardy's like, I thought we were, what happened to being lethal protectors? And Venom's like, we are. That's what this is. And he kind of just looks at him and he's like, yeah. And so they come out of the helicopter and transform one last time. And he gets all the Xenos to follow him and shit. And basically what he does is he wants them to like jump into him, and he turns into like
Way to
this
expand
big
your
ass
mind, Spidey.
Venom creature. Reminded
Don't
me of
forget that
Marvel
Spider Sense will
Infinite, his
always
level
give
3
you the
super.
advantage.
It
And he
has
turns
saved
into
me
the big
countless times in the
4-legged
past.
thing. And it's pretty cool because all those xenophages are like, you can see their faces
watching
trying to
you
like
fight.
get out of the
You got
symbiote
tons
and
of
shit.
potential, but no skill.
It's pretty cool.
Wait a sec. You said before
And,
that I had unique
but yeah,
skills.
then at a certain point, he
You going
spits
toe to
Tom
toe
Hardy
with
out.
everybody. With your speed, you should be coming in
He's
quick and
like,
getting out.
Oh, and then he goes
What do you
over to
mean?
Baron Mordo, who's fucked up. And
can train
like I
you
said
if you
earlier in
wanna
the
know.
movie, the
All right, let's do it.
site Area 51 was about to be decommissioned, and they had this weird like big acid tower set up to like destroy equipment, I guess, or some shit. But he's basically leading all the xenophages to this acid dump thing, and he kind of looks at Baron Mordo to like do the controls and shit. And he goes under the acid, and he has a nice line where he's like, he looks at Eddie and he's like,
It's all right.
"I'll never forget
It's a little bit
you.
early.
Don't forget me, Eddie."
Can't
And
do
then he's
this.
like,
Come on now.
oh, because earlier Rice Evans had told
Focus.
Tom Hardy
Ready? Go.
when they first get to Vegas and
crazy.
part ways, and he gives him those fucked up shoes. He's like, "Buy for it's only buy for now" or something like that.
There you go.
And Venom says that at the end. He's like, "It's just buy for now." And he puts like a little
Perfect landing.
door, glass door or some shit, protective door on Tom Hardy. He
Good one. Ready?
has Baron Mordo like blow up the acid and shit, so it all just pours on the xenophages.
Good. Go for it.
And it's cool because you see Mole.
There you go.
He's like, no. He's all pissed and shit,
Go.
and they're dying. Oh yeah, I forgot at a certain point. So the Karen earlier in the movie had taken like a
That's the
vial
news I
with one of the
gave,
symbiotes in it.
I'm not gonna hold back anymore though.
And when all the xenophages were getting teleported in and the black girl lost her
Go
symbiote,
for it.
she takes the fucking symbiote out, the Karen, and it comes over her. And she has the fucking hair like Scream, but it's not Scream.
Do it again.
But like apparently her electricity in her arm, like it, you see it like going through the symbiote, and she has like super speed and shit. So she uses that to fucking save the black girl whenever that explosion goes off and shit. Kills Venom.
You hear me, son? Come at me from the air. Ready? Go.
And then yeah, there's a cool part where after that Tom Hardy wakes up in the hospital
Denied.
and he's like
Go for it.
he has a dream or whatever, and there's like a government military guy, and he tells him like
You got me.
he's not coming back,
Ready?
and he's
Go.
like
You too late.
you couldn't keep him, and he couldn't keep you, and he's like, we this country owes you a debt, but if you ever say anything about this shit, I'm gonna fucking kill you. But he's basically expunged for any
You're doing good against me.
wrongdoing he's ever
Go
done.
out and show me what you got.
So he's
Come back when you master this.
clear to go to New
I'll
York.
teach you some more.
And then yeah, there's a fucking crank that sentimentality, sappiness up to 11 again, because he's like walking through New York and shit, and they play this fucking song. I hear it at work all the time. It's like he's gonna the song's about memories, and it just plays clips from the other movies. So I was like, whatever. You know, it's weird because like this series is only, what is it, like 6 years old? So it hasn't been that long. It's not like a decade like MCU or whatever the fuck. Decade or longer. So it's kind of hard to like get too worked up about it, but you do get a little bit of feels, I guess. Just, I thought it would have been funny if they did that joke where like whenever someone is having like a flashback memory, like one of the memories is like from the 5 minutes before, like when the scene started or whatever. I just thought that's a funny joke. But yeah, I guess it works, whatever. It's like, this would have been great if we had already had like 5 movies with like Venom and Spider-Man and him like being a villain and then like him doing other shit on his own. But it's fine. This is what we got for now. And he goes up to the Statue of Liberty and he's like, I won't forget you, pal. I thought the end credit sequence was interesting. The song sucks. It's no Venom, but it's what. But the end credits is cool because it's like a bunch of different animals with symbioted. There's like an elephant, which looks pretty cool. And then the end is just Noel. He's like, your champion has fallen, and you will watch the world burn, or whatever the fuck. I don't know what he says, but I thought he was still trapped, dude. But it doesn't make sense. Like, all those other symbiotes, like, they all died with a person. They would have all, like, they would have all turned into codexes. Whatever. Yeah, the movie kind of sucks, but I'll give it credit for being weird in certain aspects, like not what you would expect, and like memorable, but in a bad way. It's like at least they didn't fuck up characters and storylines we like in Let There Be Cringe, but in this movie they just made up a new dumbass story.
Nice going, Spidey. That web stuff is working for you.
And Venom doesn't really get any on him because he's already portrayed as so silly.
But it's working. For you.
Thanks.
But you're invested in his relationship with Tom Hardy because they do have their moments. So, yeah. Hopefully they bring him back and we get to have where they can just, like, since he's in New York, that has to be, like, for a reason, right? There must be.
You back already? Y'all ready for some more?
Maybe they're planting the seeds to have Amazing Spider-Man 3, where Noel attacks. And Tom Hardy has to team up with Garfield, and then the other Spider-Mans come in, or whatever the fuck.
You back already? You have the perfect skill for stopping the extortion racket these gangs have been running.
I do?
These thugs will stand in front of every door on the street, intimidating the good folks that live there into paying protection money.
Now that's just mean.
But you could use your speed to hit one after another, jumping from one guy to the next.
I'll give it a try.
Or you can start right here with these fools. Hit them in a chain of those web attacks. You have the perfect skill for stopping the extortion racket these gangs have been running.
I do?
These thugs will stand in front of every door on the street, intimidating the good folks that live there into paying protection money.
Now that's just mean.
But you could use your speed to hit one after another, jumping from one guy to the next.
I'll give it a try.
Or you can start right here with these fools. Hit them in a chain of those web attacks. I knew you could do it. I got another group for you.
Show me where.
Now, this is a bigger group. Remember to keep your momentum up. Keep moving.
Oh, I'll momentum them right into next week.
That is working. Another group just showed up. 7 of them this time.
Do these knuckleheads try this racket all day and night?
Pretty much, yeah. Now get the drop on them. They know you there, they'll bolt. Spidey, you might be the answer to my problems. With all this pressure on the gangs, maybe the good folks around here can take back the streets.
We need a more permanent solution. All we've done is push them out for a day.
Too true. We need a deal. We need a parlay with the leaders.
How are we gonna pull that off without them killing each other?
These guys' lives revolve around reputations and who did what to whom or for whom. Simple. Do them a favor.
You're kidding, right? These guys are like public enemy number 1 and 2.
The Park Avenues are going to try and take out the leader of the Rolling Sevens. Follow the cars on the way to make the hit, stop them, and the Sevens will owe you.
As long as it's just a favor. I don't want to become an honorary member or new chief thug or anything.
You back already?
So, how did you get in this whole superhero business anyway?
A long story. I got accused of some stuff I didn't do. I tried to buy my freedom by agreeing to some sketchy experiments. Next thing you know, I got unbreakable skin and super strength.
I got bitten by a spider.
No.
Yeah.
And you named yourself Spider-Man. Cool.
As a kid, sounded cool at the time. I still like it.
So you were a kid. What's the excuse with that costume?
Why does everybody talk crap about my costume? It's a classic. It's iconic.
I was unaware that one of Iconic's definition was ugly as hell.
This coming from the man that used to run around in a yellow puffy shirt with the little silver tiara and his afro?
Man dressed like you right now don't get to talk about how I used to dress.
Still, you wore a tiara.
It was a headband. A headband. Good to see you, Spidey. I've been thinking about your unique fighting skills.
Of course you have. They're awesome.
Yes, indeed. Now, you know you could use your webs to swing into a large group of enemies and take them out with one single kick.
Let's find a nice clump of thugs, and I'll give it a shot.
All right. This corner is infamous for gang trouble.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
Get a running start to swing, then take them out with one big swinging kick. Now, if they spot you, they're gonna try to run, so be fast.
That was fucked up. He was like, no, I missed. Timing on this is really weird. Fucking swing, dude. You have to start swinging before the prompt comes up. There we go. Oh, it's too high, dude. Common problem.
That is working for you, Spidey. Think you can do it again?
But of course.
Good. I have another bunch of hoods. Looks like they have a
I
lookout
assume
this
this
time.
is the main
so
story.
take them out
Chilling
fast.
with Luke Cage. It was pretty cool. I guess it's basically the tutorial. This one should be easier. Sweet, sweet. That's cool. I'm always talking shit. Okay.
All right. Now, this is a big group, and they have more than one lookout. Just move fast and aim that swing carefully, and you should be able to take them all out in one shot.
Oh. Like fucking bowling.
Nice move, Spidey.
I always strive for efficiency in my superhero-ness.
Right. Anyway, take out any group of thugs you find in the same way. Catch them all with one swing kick. It's a beautiful thing, baby. Now come see me when you cleaned up these street corners.
Should be the symbiote one. This is pretty impressive for 360.
You back already? You'll be pleased to know that I heard from the leader of the Rolling Sevens.
Let me guess, he wants us to come over to his house and hang out, be friends.
Actually, he agreed to a parlay after I pointed out that you
His
saved
voice
the
is
scrawny
crazy.
butt and he needed to return the favor.
Let me guess again. You want me to set up a play date with the other gang leader?
You could put it that way. I wouldn't. Just find him. Tell him the other side
Okay,
agreed
you
to come to the park
don't
tonight
pay
at
for this.
sundown. No guns.
Sundown, eh? Well, you got it, Sheriff Luke. Deputy Spider-Man will get that rascally varmint.
It doesn't control as well, but this game is like a million times better than fucking Spider-Man 2. That shit is fucking whack, dude. Goodbye. It's crazy that they did the city. Oh shit. Get up there. You accept uncompleted. Yeah, give a fuck. What? Continue. That ass. Who's the boss? Front the game leader. Shocker! Use my cage skills. Not caged. Oh, I couldn't even see. Oh, I did it! Let's see. Damn. Took their fucking souls. Shanks him. Oh, how did that miss? That one missed too. Luke Cage. What do you call him, man? Is there a way to call him? Don't use the D-pad. Whatever. Just kill this guy. Chill. Oh, you have to do the counter thing. I forgot how to do that.
And what are we doing to deserve this?
Well, I guess it all started when you decided to murder each other in front of the hospital. That kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Man, Rhoda Sutton started all that. They killed my cousin.
And you hit back at them, and so on.
Remember
Thing is,
DeAndre?
they've agreed to a parlay.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying that you, the leader of the
Dude, this
Rolling
game is
Sevens, and
crazy.
Mr. Cage
In a
are
good
gonna
way.
have a little sit-down. A little
The
chat.
voice acting.
Sevens agreed.
Yes, they did. And I suggest you do the same, or Mr. Cage, the police, and yours truly are all gonna be your new best friends.
Popo.
So, what's the plan?
Tonight, at sundown, in the park. Be there, or be square.
Be square. You from Queens or something?
Just show up or else.
Get her the symbiote to be intimidating.
Peter, where have you been? I was worried. The doctor told me Spider-Man was asking
Shit,
about you,
MJ.
young lady.
Well, there was this drive-by shooting just as your ambulance pulled up, and then one thing led to another, and...
Same old story.
But what about your arm? How come you're leaving the hospital already?
Miracles of modern medicine. A few titanium pins, a few painkillers. I'm good as new.
Man, compare
I was so
the Mary
scared this
Jane of
morning.
this to
Venom was
fucking
choking me and you weren't
Spider-Man
moving.
2. This shit is crazy.
Maybe that explains it.
Explains what? Explains you turning into that other thing? That
Big
other
ass
version
jaw.
of you?
You
I didn't
saw
even
that?
play far
Yes,
enough
I
to get
saw
to
it.
her first
Tell me
cutscene.
it's gone, Peter. Tell me you don't have that black suit again.
Well,
Spider-Man
it's
2.
complicated.
You have it, don't you? You know what that does to you. You know how it
Yeah.
can change you.
You know, it actually worked
You know
for
what it
me
does to her?
at first. maybe this time it's different.
I don't believe you. Get rid of it, Peter. Get rid of it, and then I'll talk to you.
Come on, MJ. Venom is out
Yeah.
there still. I have a feeling that something's changed. That something about the suit is different.
Yeah? Well, I have a feeling everything will be the same. Get rid of it. It's not who you are.
Damn.
Find me when you are yourself again.
All right, I have to go. I've got this whole saved all of Harlem by forcing a peace
I gotta
between
go.
two vicious gangs thing going on.
Shocker's attacking me. Get to the parley. This game would be cool if like stuff was actually happening. Maybe it's a slow burn. I mean, it is cool, but like the story's pretty slow to get going. I'm assuming I'm on the main mission path, right? I thought you could call Luke Cage to help you. I tried to do it. I couldn't figure it out. All the popping. Yeah, this is kind of their answer to Arkham. It's like more adult Spider-Man. This weird Spider-Man. Oh shit.
Spidey sense.
Now he's doing
There.
drug deals. He went back on his word. Whoa, really is bad. Dude, how many snipers? 22? Clearly didn't bring enough.
This guy's a pro. Who sent him? What's this? Oh no, the whole gang war was a setup.
Another wave. They take a cool mechanic and run it into the ground immediately. Should've got a whip.
Well, talk, Cage.
I'm
If a
about done with
hero
this
I ever
game.
met just used me for a punching bag.
We had a deal.
I gotta do what I gotta do.
With or without
Grove
me, my
Street.
crew's taking down the Sevens.
I said no
Oh.
guns.
Choose a path? What does that mean? Symbiote. Show these thugs. Yeah, dude, GTA. Cops aren't doing anything.
The streets are gonna be safe, gentlemen.
What are you doing? This solves nothing.
Actually, Luke, this solves everything.
Solves
These
nothing.
losers have been played. Somebody had their relatives murdered to
Too much
start on this
talking.
turf war, and these two were more than willing
What?
to oblige.
You knew this whole turf war was a setup?
You asked me to clean up the streets, and that's exactly what I did. Maybe they'll all share a cell. The armor on those assassins in the park meant they were from a well-financed organization. I thought I would start with the richest crime boss in town and work my way down. That meant Mr. Wilson Fisk, the kingpin.
Oh shit.
I decided to head for the Fisk building, take a look around, and then see MJ in the morning. Of course, in my life, nothing seems to go as planned.
Kingpin Tower. Let's see what he looks like. Where is it at? Why did it take so long to tell me where it is? Oh. Yeah, they just ripped off this game. Like all the other Spider-Man. Limited shit. Software shit. Long ass fucking way. Fucking swing, dude. thought I saw Avengers Tower. Where's the Baxter building? I love that about the Spider-Man game, the one from 2000.
The stylish headquarters of the
Ford,
fattest man in
the
crime.
Baxter building in the background.
Hold on, something's up. Oh no,
Oh, shit.
not her. How can Black Cat be working for Kingpin?
Oh,
Hey,
damn.
crazy woman!
Don't let her
Don't
escape.
pretend you don't know I'm talking to you.
I can never get enough of my little Spidey man.
Let me holla at you. Black Cat's big heist. Wall crime. The big heist. Dude, what the fuck? What is she doing? How can she jump like that? How can she stop? Nice. This is the reward for all the bullshit. Hey, I'm trying to get my reward. Push against the wall. Learn to wall sprint. Press RB to wall climb. Press and hold LB.
Okay, Felicia, please just stop. Please.
Bye,
Come
Felicia.
on.
Make me.
The anime runs up the wall. Yeah, cutscene. Coming for you. Still the chaser. At least she waits for you. That would be bullshit. Oh, this even has that too. I was wondering, like, it's so hard to move up the walls. How do you do it?
Please, Felicia, give it a rest.
Oh. I like that sound. Slow ass ring.
Black Cat, Felicia Hardy. Up to her pretty little eyeballs in trouble again, no doubt.
What was it?
I must be seeing things. It
Your
can't be.
eyeballs in trouble. You can say that again. What is this, jizz? We need black cats escorts. Is she like Catwoman? She has escorts. That's what these guys are. So hold RB to block attacks. And they got gliders and shit. Got a web cloud. On the top right it said web cloud. Alright, that's good enough for me. Yeah, like I said, this game's like a million times better than Spider-Man 2. But it's like kind of slow to get going and repetitive. But not bad. For $80 or whatever the fuck it costs.